Hello everyone, VJ32 back, and today we have another review for you. Today we're looking at the latest from Fairy 11. It's been quite some time since they put out something new. It is the Hudson playing cards. So this is the latest from Fairy 11. It's been a while. There's a little backstory with it, saying that it was forged on the banks of the Hudson River, that it was inspired by a factory from the 1800s. From 1856 that lasted until, I think, what was it, 1871, when the New York Playing Card Company, New York Consolidated Card Company, started out. But from what I can tell by all accounts, it's pretty much a fictional company. There's no such thing as Hudson Playing Cards, Playing Card Company, I should say. There was other companies that did, like the story represents another company, which I didn't write the name of, that merged with another one to form the New York Consolidated Card Company. But it's not related to that, and I don't think the design is related to that. He has decided to borrow some elements. Well, let's look at the front of the box. It's a nice green color. It's a different green color. Beautiful gold foil and embossing on the front. Says Hudson Playing Cards, New York. It says premium here. Beautiful architectural details, and you see that factory. On the one side it says Hudson, the TXI for Fairy 11 and USA. The other side, the same thing. Top, I can't tell if there's something under the seal, but foil and embossing. The bottom, just an ad copy, Fairy 11, playing cards. Made in USA. And in the back you see the back design, which is beautiful, and at least here, and it says Circa Trova, which most Fairy 11 decks do, which means, I actually looked it up this time and remembered, Circa Trova means seek and you shall find. Seal is a stamp seal in gold foil with a fancy 8s on it. On the flap it says Hudson Premium Playing Cards, more foil and embossing, and here you get the TXI for Fairy 11, or actually just the XI. And the inside, you get this repeating pattern with that fancy 8s. Typical glamorous deck design from Fairy 11. I guess you can call it glamorous anyways. And then you get the Fairy 11 ad cards. Why they need two, I don't know. Why don't they put a double backer in here, for Pete's sake? You know, I don't understand. It's just a waste. We don't need two ad cards that are the same with a different logo. And by the way, make up your mind on the logo. They've had so many different logos by now. Getting ridiculous. The back design is a very interesting light green color. Same as the top. There's beautiful architectural details. Lots of design and line work. I really like it. I apologize if you can see it too well there. Beautiful back design. The Jokers, save a Joker, and it's a guy, which is a water fountain, squirting water, and the birds are enjoying it. It says Fairy 11 and Hudson on the bottom. The other one's the same. It's pretty interesting. The Ace of Spades, nice architectural details again. It says Circa Trova and Fairy 11 on the bottom. Ace of Spades on top, in case you don't know what it is. And it says Hudson on there. It doesn't say who designed this, but it seems like it's the same designers who designed some of the previous decks. But they haven't put their name all over the back design or the aces, so that's good. And everything else is completely standard. They have used metallic inks on the court cards, metallic gold. But they're standard artwork court cards and number cards, which I know will disappoint some people. But hey, the last few decks they put out have been completely custom, so you can't complain too much. Handles beautifully, printed by the USPC. It's got an air cushion finish, or a magic finish, whatever you want to call it. I don't believe they actually identify what the stocking finish is, but it's a typical Fairy 11 stocking finish. If you've handled some of the previous decks, you know exactly what you're going to get. Handles good. Looks pretty nice. And, I mean, I can understand them using standard court cards because it makes it usable for magicians. So I'm going to say 8.5 out of 10. It's a very nice back design. Very interesting colors. It's nice to see something a little bit different as opposed to just the same old green colors. Interesting little backstory. And I would have liked, one thing I would have liked, since it's supposed to be inspired by vintage playing card companies, a vintage card company factory, they should have used vintage art for the faces. That's the one thing they should have done differently. But overall, pretty nice stack. Like I said, 8.5 out of 10, I would say, is fair. Comment, rate, subscribe, let me know what you think. You can get these from 311 and other retailers online. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe.